Hello in Facebook land. This is Pat from Pat's Card Corner, and I hope you're having a good evening. I'm a little bit late, and I didn't even tell you that I was coming on, but you know, I like to surprise people, and my time is very limited. And so I have a quick, like 5-minute treat, I guess that's the right word for it. Oops. My computer's acting kind of crazy here for a second. So, I just jumped on here real quick, and I've just got something real quick to show you. And you don't really need very many supplies. So while I'm kind of getting myself together, you will need, or you can purchase them later, candy canes. These came from Dollar Tree. They're smaller than like a regular size. They're a little bit smaller. But I think they're about 5 inches. So you could also do the same thing with larger candy canes. You just have to adjust the size, but that should be easy to do. So, and I'm trying to, hello, no, that's not it. Trying to get this so I can see comments, and I can't see comments at the moment. Anyway, so you will also need some strips of cardstock and some designer series paper, and I've got a whole bunch here because I need to make this whole entire box. So the designer series paper I'm using is from the Heartwarming Hugs, and there's a bunch of different designs. I'll show you. I think some are the same. And then I have 2 different colors of cardstock, and that is Real Red, and the other one is Pear Pizzazz. But you can do these for any anything that you want. There we go. Okay, so if you're on here watching, just let me know that you're here, and if not, if you're watching later, let me know that you watch. So this is what we're going to be, I'm going to show you what we're going to be making, and it really takes about 5 minutes, but these little treats, I guess you want to call them, are great for putting in your mailbox for the mailman, taking with you when you go to the store, giving them to a grocery clerk, your hairdresser, you know, just random people you see on the street and you want to just give them something nice. It's just a little candy cane, and it's just tied on. So you will need candy canes, and you will need strips of cardstock, and these pieces, kind of put them up here together, and I'm going to make a little note just so you can see what it is. These pieces are 2 inches by 7 inches. And I'm going to write that down for you because I'll forget faster than you'll forget. So they're 2 by 7. And then the strips of designer series paper are 1 3/4 by 6. But we are going to do some cutting, and we're also going to be doing some scoring. So you need 1 piece of cardstock and 1 strip of paper to make that little treat box. So I'm going to move these out of the way because we don't need those at the moment. And the other things that you will need that I used, I gotta find it, is I used this Sweets and Treats stamp set because I used this little sentiment right here that says a tasty treat for someone sweet. So I'm actually going to get that out, and you can tell I used it because it is red. I've used some of the other ones too, but I just cleaned them really well. All right, so you will need a sentiment. You can use any sentiment you want if you have something that you like better. I just thought this kind of went well with the little treat, so you will need that. I'm going to move that out of the way. You will need some, I used Real Red ink. You could also use the Pear Pizzazz ink on some of yours. I just kind of I probably will on the ones that are green. Right now I'm going to do the ones that are red, so I have that. I also have some of the little red, I'm going to lay them down here, the little red rhinestones. And I also have some, you'll also need some ribbon, and this is the Real Red sheer ribbon. Can you tell that red is a theme? Red's a theme. So you'll also need some kind of adhesive. I have my Tombow and my little holder. You'll need a pair of scissors because you need to cut. You'll need dimensionals because I love dimensionals. And to make this little piece right here, I used a, I think that's the right size, maybe not. I might have to look at that again. I used a punch to make the circle, and then the scout circle, I used the layering circles dies to do that. So, or you could use one of these and the coordinating one that goes with that if you don't have a punch. So, and then what else do I need? I think that's it. Okay, so I did not die cut my circles or anything beforehand because I just didn't. So I had to go get a piece of white. And I had to go get a piece of red cardstock. So we have red and white cardstock to make our treat. So this is what we're going to do. Get this stuff out of the way. Move this out of the way. Move our little holder. You will need your trimmer, your score, because we do need to score our paper. And I'm going to do some of the red ones because I have red at the moment. So we're just going to do a couple of those. And you're going to see these are so easy and so fast. You're going to be shocked. And after I get off here, hey Meg, I'm going to make a whole bunch more. Okay, so this is a piece that is 2 by 7, and we are going to score this on the long side at 5 1/4. Gonna pull this out. Well, I guess it would go. I don't need to pull it out. Never mind, I don't need to. Ah, who knew? All right, so we're gonna score this at 5 1/4. So I move my cutting blade out of the way, just have my scoring blade. And 5 3/4 is the other one. Okay. And that's all we need to do. So I'm actually, because I'm doing 2, I'm going to go ahead and score this one too. So this is 5 1/4 and 5 3/4, and that's it. And then we're going to need, oops, here's one. What did I do with my other piece that I had? I'll use this one. You'll need 2 pieces to go with those. And we are going to cut these. And the reason I didn't cut them beforehand, or you don't want to cut them out of scraps, especially if you have some kind of pattern that kind of continues. You want it to kind of match up when we're folding our piece up. So when we fold our bottom piece up, because this folds, you want it to kind of match and the stripes go in the same direction. So that's why I had you cut it by 6, but we're actually going to cut 1 inch off the bottom. So we actually need to cut. So you're going to cut it at 5. So this is 1 inch, that's 5. And then we're going to do that with our other piece too. This one, it doesn't make so much of a difference because the pattern is kind of, well, it might. Nope, it's the same either direction. But especially if you have stripes, you would want it to match. So we're going to cut this at 5, which also leaves it a 1 inch piece at the bottom. So this one is now 1 3/4 by 5, and this is 1 3/4 by 1. So we have 2 pieces. All right, so we're going to put those away. Hey Marlene from Wisconsin, how are you? So, oh, I hope Laura comes on too. So yeah, I didn't really announce that I was coming on because it's just been kind of crazy at my house, and you know, with Christmas and all the stuff that's going on, and I wasn't even sure I was going to make it on, so, and I'm a little late, so anyway, so that's why this is like a quick 5-minute thing. You could almost do these like right before you're going out the door and get it done, and you'll be done in like a flash. So I do need my bone folders, so, or you can just crease it with your hand. But I'm going to use that. So you're just going to fold it up. I'm going to fold the other one up. I'm going to do the same with this one. This is so easy. All right, so here's our 2 pieces. This piece is going to go here. This piece is going to go here, and the reason I had you do it, cut it too, is so that you can kind of match the pattern. So when you're gluing them down, so you'll see just a second. So let me get that off there. So we are going to do just a little bit of gluing, and what the heck is that? Oh, it's a thing from a dimensional. You know how those things are everywhere? Now they're on my glue. So you're just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. Then going to just center it on there. Just like that. Super easy. And then this piece is going to go on the flap. So I'm actually going to fold it up, and I'm going to glue it on here, and that way I can match it up. And you can see that doesn't really match because this is red and that's green because I have it upside down. If I do it the other way, now my lines all match. So that's the reason you fold it up. So if you have a pattern that you want to match, like this one obviously does have a little pattern, you want it to be going the correct way. And that way you can kind of also match it up to make sure like your sides here are even too. Because this is the little flap, you can see. Just going to put that on like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do this one too. So, and this paper, I love it. They brought it back last year. It's called Heartwarming Hugs. And I love the patterns on both sides because I like the pattern on this side too. Very cute. But, oh gosh, almost dropped it there. We are using the striped side. So, hey Donna. Hey Pam. Oh, got all kinds of people here watching. Okay, so that one goes there. And then this one, obviously, we want to make sure the stripes are going the right way. Although it goes the right way that way too. How about that? So if I think it actually goes this way. Yep, because that's where it got cut off. So it's going to go that way. So we're just going to throw that on there. Do a little bit of gluing. Okay. I'm just going to glue that on there. Just kind of line it up so it's kind of lined up with that. All right, so now our little holders are kind of done. And I'm going to just kind of set those aside because we need to do a little stamping. So let me cut this piece down because it's a little big. I don't need that big of a piece. So hold on a second. There we go. Sometimes a smaller piece is easier to work with. All right, so I am going to stamp this in red. And because we're making 2, I'm going to stamp 2. Okay. And you can do these with, I'm going to stamp 2 on each end because I can't remember how big my circles are. And that way I don't have to worry about, did I stamp them too close together that I can't punch the circle. Okay. And test this and see if I got the right punch here. That looks a little big. Is that the right size? Yep. Okay. And excuse me, I'm just gonna put it, this is a 1.5 circle punch, but you can use the layering circle dies too. This is just faster. So there you go. And doing more. There we go. Okay, and then yeah. Okay, so you can also do the scalloped circle and die cut it. But for these, I just picked up the 1 3/4 inch punch, and I'm just going to punch this circle out. It's just a little bit bigger, and it'll just, we're just going to layer them on top of each other, I think. Oh no, I dropped it. And it went to the Never Never Land on the floor, so I'll just do one more. I'll find it later. It'll be there. So we're just going, I'm just going to layer those right on top. I am going to put this on a dimensional though, because you know, I got to have dimensional somewhere on my projects. If it's card, if it's a treat thing, you got to have dimensionals. Oh, you want to know what we're making? Okay, Laura Lee, you missed it. We're making these. There we go. They're just really quick little treat things made with little tiny candy canes. Super easy. So now you know. So these are, like I said, these are great just to give out. And you can also make them into like a little gift tag on a, for a present too. You can do that. If you're going to, well, we'll talk about that when we get there. So right now we are just putting our little sentiment on. And this sentiment is from the Sweets and Treats stamp set. And it says, a tasty treat for someone sweet, which I thought was kind of perfect for this little thing. So there we go. We're just going to attach them right here at the bottom. And because it will hang over the top. So what I do is kind of stick my finger there, and then I'll only put glue, whoops, off to the Never Never Land on the ground again. I'm just putting glue on the bottom part so that I know that it won't go too far over or too far up. So we're just going to put it on like that, and you can see, you don't see any glue there, so. And we're just going to put it right there. Oh, I forgot, you will also need some glue dots, because I didn't mention that earlier, but we will need glue dots. And let me go find my thing I dropped. Look, there it is. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with this one. Just going to kind of place it on there. I stick my hand back so I know not to put glue above where my finger is, only below. You know, this is the scientific way that you do things. Very scientific, putting your hand there. So, there we go. There, and now we need the candy canes. So, let me show them in case you missed it earlier. These are the candy canes that I bought. I bought them at Dollar Tree. There's 12 in a box, and they are about 5 inches long. I have a box that's already open, so I'm just going to take them out of my open box. And if I can get them out. They're kind of tricky to get out sometimes. I finally figured out how to get them out. There we go. So you can see that they're small, and they are about 4.5 inches long. So if you were making, if you had a full size candy cane, then these pieces would be 2.5 inches wide instead of 2, and they would be they would also be taller. I'll put the measurements for that, a bigger size on my blog. I just don't have a bigger candy cane. I only had little ones, so I actually took a design that was made for bigger ones and made into smaller ones. So we are going to attach these onto here. We're going to tie them on with ribbon. So you will need a hole punch to make these. And so this is a hole punch. This is the tiny hole punch. I don't know if you can see that. It's one that does like an 1/8 of an inch punch. So what I do is I kind of put the candy cane on there where I want it, because like I said, this is real scientific here. And you kind of want the ribbon to kind of go about right below where the end of that is. So I just kind of stick my hole punch in there and go, yep, that looks about right. And I punch a hole. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it's a tiny hole. That's little tiny. So, and then I'm going to punch another hole, and I just kind of take the candy cane off, and I want the other hole to be even. So this paper makes it easy because there's like a little check, so you can tell that I want it to kind of be in that row of things. So I'm actually going to put it back over there, and maybe let me put my candy cane back on here. Hello. So I can kind of, I forgot how far over I wanted to do it. So you got your candy cane, there's your one hole, and then your other hole is going to be about right next to it. So I got it right. So yeah, once I get it off. So let's see, that is far apart wise. Let me see. See between the lines here. Oop. I'd say, so it's about 3/4 of an inch apart, 1/2 inch apart. Not very long. And so I'm going to put my candy cane back on there, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just kind of stick my candy cane about where I want it. Put my hole punch on here. Punch a hole. And now that I know how far apart I want them to be, whoops, turn my thing up. This somehow it works better this way. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it where I think it's kind of even, and put my other hole in there. So now I have two holes. Okay, then you need ribbon. I am using this Real Red sheer ribbon. I like it because it's very light. It goes through the holes very easily. And you need about 10 inches or 12, depends, or 11, somewhere around there. Depends on how much extra you need to tie your bow. So let me go ahead and cut this other piece. This is real exact science here. All right. And what you do is you go start from the front and put it through, and let me cut it a little bit more. If you cut it at a really good angle, it gives you kind of a nice point to get through the little hole. So you're just going to go through the front, and then you're from the back, you'll go through the back here. Now, if you want to make this as a tag for like a Christmas present, which can easily be done, you will want to turn it over and stamp a to from on the back before you put it together. Otherwise, you're going to be taking it off because it would be hard to stamp on the back with the candy cane already attached. So if you want to make this as a tag to put on a present, then I would go ahead and stamp now a to and from on the back, or write on the, or if you just want to write on the back, you can do that too. But if you want to stamp one, I would stamp it before you put your candy cane on it. And then all you're going to do is you're going to put your candy cane on it, kind of get your ends even here, and just tie a bow. So I'm going to tie this on here. Super duper easy. Well, it would be if I could get my bow tied. There we go. And of course, you know, adjust your bow however you want. You know, trim your tails if you think they're too long. This one actually came out okay. Kind of about how I wanted it. And now for this part, this is where we're going to use the the glue dots, but let me get this one together first so we can just do them both at the same time. Just going to thread it from the front to the back and then the back to the front. There we go. And just kind of make your ends kind of even. Put your candy cane on it. Tie it in a bow. And these are really cute. Now when you go, if you go to the Dollar Tree and you're buying candy canes, they have all different colors too. So you can almost pick the colors that you want to match your paper, because they have ones that are more green, they have ones with blue in them. I kind of like the traditional red and white candy canes myself. You know, because some of the other ones are flavored. You know, they're like fruit flavored, and they're not peppermint, but they're, you know, so you can make them any color and stuff you want. So there's the other one. And now we need some glue dots. So, because otherwise, you know, this is going to just flap right open, and we don't want that to happen. So we are going to use some glue dots, and I don't have my little thing here, so I'm just going to use my scissors. And we're actually going to put the glue dots, because these candy canes are wrapped in cellophane, so it's not going to hurt to put a glue dot on it. We're going to put the glue dots right on the candy cane. So, whoop. Oh, you don't want to stick on there. Hello, it's stuck to my hand. Get on there. Easier to do it with my other little thing. Let me see if I have it. Oh, we do. I got one right here. Easier to do it with these. So I put 2 on there. I might put a third one on there. And then when you're done putting your glue dots on, you're just going to fold up the end, and you do kind of want to keep it straight, because it, you know, it does bend here. So you just kind of want to keep it straight, and then just kind of press down, and see, now it's stuck. Isn't that easy? So then we're going to do that with this one. Put a little glue dot. And put another little glue dot. And if you want to, you can add more glue dots if you think it's not sticking. And then you're just going to fold it up, and you're just going to kind of press down right there. You could put another glue dot up here at the top, on top of your circle if you want. So we'll put one on there just to say we did. So, kind of get that out of the way there. There we go. We'll put one on there too. Just, you know, extra holding power, right? You don't have to do that, but it might, you know, being held on with glue dots. There you go. So there's your little treats. If you want to make this as a gift tag, then all you need to do is put punch a hole at the top and thread a string through and tie it on your package, and it'll tie on that way. So, you know, you can put it right on your package, and that's it. So obviously I'd made some earlier, so here's some with some of the other paper. Super easy. Oh wait, we forgot the sparklies. See, they don't look the same. This is one of these things don't look like the other. You know, which one is it? So let's put some of these on. Let's put some sparkly things on. It makes a difference, don't you think? If you're looking at these and you see the ones with and the ones without, because you got extra space on your little tag there, so why not throw in some sparkly things on here? There we go. Put some on here. You can put them on anywhere you want. You can put as many as you want. I put 3 because evidently you're supposed to put embellishments on in odd numbers. It's more visually appealing, apparently. So there we go. Now they're done. Oh look, we have 2 the same. Let's move them over. Okay, so that's all you need. Super easy. So a 2x7 piece of cardstock, a 1 3/4 inch by 6 inch piece of paper, so scrap paper. So it doesn't take much paper, and they're super cute and super easy to do. And if you want to make a gift tag out of it, just punch a hole at the top thread a piece of ribbon through, and you're done. There you go. Super easy. So I hope you like this quick project. It's something that you can make very fast, and it's great to hand out to people or to give to people. And the other reason, I've done this too. I don't think I have any with me, or I could show you. If you're making a little bag that has just a treat bag that has a, where's my brain? Hot chocolate mix and some little mini marshmallows or some other chocolate, and tie it with ribbon, tie one of these on it. This can be the little stir stick for their hot chocolate and make it extra special. Super easy. All right, so there you go. Hope you like this and hope you have a great time. So today is the last scheduled day that I'm going to do the Therapy Thursday for December, just because of the holidays and getting ready for everything. So I might pop on, or I might post a video, but I'm not going to be doing a Facebook Live for the rest of December. I'm taking the rest of December off. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year, and I will see you in January for a live. But kind of watch my page, and you might see some extra little treat holders pop up, a little video. So as I'm making something, I might make a video of it, and who knows what I'm doing. So have a great evening, and I hope to see you next year, and have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you please like this and share it with your friends, or make some yourself. Good night.